Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Podcast Hub. I'm your host, Emma, and today we're doing something a little different. Usually, I'm the one asking questions, but today we're flipping the mic both ways.
That's right. I'm Simmons, the co-host who's usually hiding behind a notebook, but today we're taking the time to actually introduce ourselves, who we are, why we started this, and what drives us to keep having these conversations week after week.
Exactly. You've heard us talk with scientists, artists, and entrepreneurs, but rarely do we share our own stories. So this is going to be part confessional, part conversation, part therapy session, maybe.
Love it. Yeah, maybe some mild therapy. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's get to know each other for real. All right, Emma, let's start with you. Listeners hear your voice every week, and I'm sure they've wondered, who is Emma outside of the podcast mic?
That's such a big question. Well, I guess I'd say I'm a storyteller at heart. I grew up in a small coastal town in Oregon, the kind where everyone knows everyone else's dog's name. I was that kid who loved reading under trees and asking adults weirdly deep questions like, do you think the sky ever gets tired?
You still ask questions like that.
Guilty, laughs. But that curiosity kind of defined me. I studied psychology and communication in college because I wanted to understand people. What makes them tick? What keeps them up at night?
And that curiosity naturally led to podcasting.
Eventually, yeah. I actually started in radio during college. I was hosting this late-night student show called The Night Owl Hour. I'd play indie music, read poetry people sent in anonymously, and talk about existential dread at 2 a.m.
That sounds exactly like something you do.
It was honestly my therapy back then. But when I graduated, I started working in digital media, producing short documentaries. After a few years, though, I realized what I missed most wasn't just telling stories, but having conversations. That's how the Mindspace podcast was born.
So you traded the camera for a microphone.
Exactly. And, this show started as me in my apartment closet with a cheap mic and my cat occasionally meowing in the background. But I wanted to build a space where people could think out loud. No filters, no sound bites.
That's something I've always admired about you. You have this calm way of making people open up.
Thank you. I think it's because I'm genuinely fascinated by people's inner worlds. I'm not chasing a headline. I just want to understand.
So if you had to describe yourself in 3 words.
Oh no, that's the hardest question. Okay. Curious, empathic, and stubborn, but in a good way.
I can vouch for the stubborn part.
Hey, I don't give up easily, whether it's trying to get an interview with someone impossible to reach or fighting with editing software at 2 a.m. I'll keep going until it works.
That persistence shows. Listeners may not know, but some of the most powerful episodes, like the one with Dr. Alvarez on emotional resilience, happened because you emailed her every week for a month.
True, but I think resilience is part of storytelling. Every story worth telling takes persistence and empathy.